Hello again everybody, back with another video. On this one I'm calling 3 mass shootings in one video and loads of code. So I'm going to look at some shootings in Oslo, Copenhagen and Chicago, USA. So let's kick off with the code of the Oslo gay bar shooting. So this happened on the 26th of June 2022. And the 26th of June 2022 spelt out gives us Pythagorean or full reduction of 72 and Chaldean of 66. So 72 can be 6 plus 6 for 12 times 6 for 72, and in Chaldean it's 66, which is a popular master number, which can also relate to 911, which we'll see later. And also 72 is also 777 spelt out, as is 156 is 666. So plenty of code in that one. And let's have a look at some Oslo shootings. There was a really well-known one, which was the 2011 Norway attacks, referred to in Norway as 22nd of July shootings, and we've got this one in Oslo, the latest one. So this happened here on the obviously 22nd of July, as I said, 2011. Now if we look at the difference between those dates and we include the end date in the calculation, firstly we've got 2011 and 2022. They do happen to add up to 33, but if we look at the date differences, we've got 3,993 days. You take the this and you flip it to 180 degrees, you get 3663. And of course that's 3 6s and 6 3s for 666 666, or the 2 3s add up to 6 and we've got another 2 6s. So 666 code in the date differences between those two incidents. We've also got that the shooter was a 42-year-old man, and 42 can be 6 times 6 plus 6, and it also can be 7 times 7 minus 7. So 42 relates to 666 and 777. And also if we put a 42-year-old man, as stated here, we get 114, and 11 fours give us death's doors for 44, which is also the same as the kill number, where K is 11, I is 9, L is 12 and L is 12, which adds up to 44. We've got here 2 people died and 21 were wounded, so there's 21 for 3 7s for 777, and the shooting started about 1:15 local time on Saturday. So add those numbers up, forget the 0, 1 plus 1 plus 5 for a 7 that relates to that code for the 4-letter word that you shall not say on YouTube, which begins with H and ends with X. So the suspect has been named, and it's Zania Matapur, a Norwegian citizen of Iranian origin. So if we look at his full name, there's that 66 again, and as I said, if it does relate in a way to 9/11 because the Roman numerals are IX and XI for 9/11, and that gives us 66. But we've got a very full house here, as we'll see now. Zanier is 33 in Pythagorean numerology, 33 for masonry, and we've got in Chaldean we've got 17, which is the 7th prime number. So there's our 7 code. And Metapor, well, we've got a full house here of 33 in full reduction and 33 in Chaldean. So full reduction being Pythagorean numerology. So full house of 33s. Now, just a little bit more on 666 and 911. As I said, 911 in Roman numerals is IXXI. And if we put that, as I showed before, into the calculator, it gives us 66. And if we look at this, we've got I, two X's pushed together, and another I. And doesn't that just give us a great symbolism for Freemasonry with the twin columns and the two X's joined together with the Freemasonic compass? And also 9 times 11 is 99, and if you flip that 180 degrees you get 66 too. So you can come at it two ways. Now a little bit more about where this attack took place. So this is the area of attack. We've got the London pub and we've got Herr Nilsson Jazz Club. Now let's have a look at those. London pub, 113 in English ordinal, where A is 1, Z is 26, gives us 11 threes for 33. And Herr Nilsson Jazz Club is 223, which gives us 322 for Skull and Bones. Full reduction Pythagorean 88 for a 7th, 1 and 6. And we've got Chaldean. There's our 66 again. So 66 code comes out quite a lot in this event. So that's all I've got on that one. So let's have a quick look at the code of the Copenhagen shopping mall shooting. So Sunday the 3rd of July. So there's our 3 sevens for 7-7. A very, very popular code when it's one of those 4-letter word events beginning with H. And we've got Sunday the 3rd of July 2022 gives us that kill number again, or death's doors, 44. And the 3rd of July 2022 gives us in English 77 as our 7-7 code. Now we've got the gunman killed 3 people and injured another 4, and this one says the same. Look, we've got 3 and 4 for a 7. And also before that, what was being reported was 3 dead and 3 critically wounded for 33. And you can see there's many hits on 3 dead, 3 critical wounded in Google search. So 33 code followed by 7 code. And the shooter was 22, which is another master number. Now we've got here Denmark in shock as gunman kills 3 at Copenhagen shopping mall. Well, let's put Copenhagen shopping mall into a calculator, and there's our 113 again for 11 threes for 33, and there's our 98 code for 7 plus 7 for 14 times 7 for 98. We've also got several killed, several injured for our 77 code. So this is looking pretty coded. And there we've got 3 people were killed and several more were wounded for our 3 sevens for 777. Now here, Dane shocked to the core. And look at this photograph here. Here we go, look. Not very shocked looking police. They look quite happy in quite a sombre time. But never mind, they could have just been having a joke. It could be well past the event. And also we've got this witness who I'll play now. And you'll see doesn't look very distressed at all, really, considering they hid away in a toilet. This quite often happens in these events. And so let's just have a listen to that.
Så kan man bare høre skud.
Suddenly we heard shots. I think we heard 10 shots, and then we ran through the mall and we ended up in a toilet where we huddled together. We were really scared.
So let's move on and let's have a look at the Independence Day shooting. I'm calling this the code of the Highland Park mass shooting on the 4th of July 2022. And just out of interest, a bit of an outside one this, but 4th of July gives us 156, and 156 is 666. You could argue I've missed the of out, but interesting anyway. But that's just an aside. Let's move on. So we've got Highland Park shooting, man arrested after 4th of July mass shooting. If we look at Highland Park shooting, that gives us 216, which is 6 times 6 times 6 in English. A is 1, Z is 26, and in full reduction or Pythagorean it gives us the 108. 108 is a popular code and is related to geometry, in particular the internal angle of a pentagon. There's a bit more here. This is the suspect, Robert E. Crimo. E. Crimo. It looks like he, well, allegedly committed a crime. The third. And in this one they're saying he's 22, just like the other shooter in Denmark. Now look at Robert. Robert in full reduction is 33. And for masonry, as we see here, and in Chaldean it's 22, so there's that 22 number again. That's the number. And Robert E. Crimo is 44 in Chaldean numerology for death's doors for the kill number. Here we've got the gunman opened fire at the parade at 10:15, so there's our 1 + 1 + 5 for our 7 code, and apparently he climbed onto this roof, shot people, and dressed as a woman to make his getaway. So here we've got a horror on the 4th, suspect in custody after 6 killed, dozens wounded at Highland Park 4th of July parade, and he was taken into custody without incident at Westley Road in Lake Forest. And let's have a look at Westley. It gives us that number again, that 108 in English, which is the internal angle of a pentagon. So we've got 66 code here, we've got 6 victims and 24 hospitalised, so there's 2 + 4 for a 6, so there's 66 code again. And this one here, we've got, he's been charged with several counts of murder, so there's 7. He fired more than 70 rounds, so there's our 7 code again. Of course, he legally bought the firearm, so there's the inference that he shouldn't have been allowed to legally buy the firearm. So moving into the end game, which is gun control, of course. And here he talks about the 70 rounds again, but then in the same sentence it talks about Highland Park having a community of about 30,000. So if we look there, we've got a 3 by 7 for 777 code. So if we look here, we've got a 7th victim died, so the 7 people died, so 7 code again. 3 dozen is 36, 4 3 6s for 666. We've got Christopher Cavelli, CC for 33, and as we will see in the little video, and I'll put a little overlay picture in, that Cavelli is 33 in numerology too. Apparently the police knew him and they confiscated in the past 16 knives from him, so there's a 1 + 6 for a 7, a dagger and a sword, but there were no signs of any guns. So this guy, as always, was known to police. Now they've corrected his age now, this Robert E. Crimo. It was reported as 22, but it's now saying he was 21. There's that 3 by 7 for 777. And he was arrested several hours after police released his photo. So there you go, there's another 7. And here we've got 9 people ranging from 14 to 70, so 14 is 2 7s for 77, and then another 7, so we've got 777 code there. Now let's take a look at a short clip from the news, and in this you will see the Cavelli guy, Mr. 33, standing with a very obvious number in the background, and can't get a lot more obvious than that.
All right, we're back just to give another quick update, and we are going to try to do this every hour on the hour as best as we can. One of the things when I start out here is I just want to remind everybody that the information we have that's coming out is preliminary. We're trying to give you as much information as we possibly can in a timely way where we're not going to impact criminal investigation, impact the safety of those on the scene actively looking for this individual, or impact the safety of anybody else. So please keep that in mind. Information might change. Most importantly, as far as the investigative aspect goes of this, and this is two-pronged at this time. Number one, we are aggressively looking for the individual who is responsible for this shooting.
So as you saw, couldn't get more obvious, could it? Big 33 symbolism there for masonry. So let's just take a look now at the alleged culprit. Really odd looking pictures. Obviously this one is a reversed photograph because the tattoos are on different sides, but this looks really strange, this creature, and this is where he dressed as a woman to conceal his identity. Dear me. Oh, never mind, he just gets worse and worse, doesn't it? But that's all for me. Sorry for the little croaky voice. Had a bad cold for a couple of weeks and a cough. Getting over it now, but it leaves me a little hoarse afterwards. But thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and goodbye.